2, 3, 4. And then you do your elbows. So
the hands are here, and I want to go over here. I can go over here, I can here, and I want to go over here. I can go over here, I can go.
Sibok, what's your background in martial arts?
I've been in martial art for about around about 35 years. Like everybody else, as a kid, I started with judo, then went into karate, and didn't find what I wanted, but I was just a kid, so you know, you just move from one thing to the other. And then I went seriously into Taekwondo for about 7.5 years. I studied Taekwondo in Europe, in Spain as a matter of fact, and then I moved to America and continued with the Taekwondo. And when I was in Tucson, there were 2 other clubs next to our school, Augustin Fong's Wing Chun club and Ed Parker's Karate Kempo. So this Japanese friend of mine and I went after school. We went to those clubs and asked to spar with the students after class, and they were real nice. Augustin Fong was really nice, and that's when I realized that Taekwondo had its drawbacks, a lot of it, because when we went, we were sparring and we went inside, I got just overwhelmed by their techniques, their hand techniques. There's nothing I could do. And the same with the Kempo, with Karate Kempo. So I started thinking, well, I've had enough, you know, of Taekwondo. I want something where I can feel comfortable with my hands. Did you do both sides?
No.
Do the other side too. So here the bigger gorilla is going to win. So I square my shoulders and point. That's all I do. I'm not pushing more. Wait. Okay? That's the same deal.
So we're both pressuring against one another.
With energy coming your way, resistance from your opponent. You need that locked elbow. Otherwise, his resistance, his energy will just attack your base right away. Okay? Now, it's not good. It means that when you're attacking somebody, and if you don't have that concept down when you're in contact with somebody, then your body's not behind. Even though you're thinking here, your body is behind, but it's not. If I'm attacking somebody like this, my energy is going that way.
So
and
basically
I think
using your opponent's center line.
Yeah, your central axis. And you have to always have that, your body is your power behind, so you have to use this concept. Other things that classical Wing Chun or traditional Wing Chun don't do is all our closes. We have attacks that we do. We use concept of speed, the hand goes first. That doesn't exist in Wing Chun. So we use the basic drill of Chisa with you know, some differences in angles and stuff, in positions. We use them because I think that the best drills for sensitivity is in the Wing Chun. The best drills as far as knowing how to redirect energy, read energy, you know, on contact, which means pressure and resistance. You have them in Wing Chun. That's, you know, and there's no other style that deals with that. So Bruce Lee has made his own little changes, but still, these are the best forms of exercise to really become efficient.
So basically what it is, using a lot of passive moves in Wing Chun,
Yeah.
whereas we are going for pressure onto your opponent.
Yeah, always aggressive, but the training, whenever I train my student, I start being with the passive training, because you have to aggressive, when you go aggressive too fast, you miss a lot of the fine points You know, if you go too fast into the combat and aggressive, you're gonna miss all the fine points that make it work. So a lot of people, they compensate with being aggressive for not having really the technique down, you know, the concept down. So the training always have, it's like you don't want to start doing something fast. You learn slow, and then you speed up and you speed up. It's the same thing. So it goes from passive to where you being able to do it very aggressive. But you have to know how to do it passive, you know. And then when you master that, then going aggressive is no problem. But you can't do reverse. That's a bad way of training,
Can override
you
it.
know. Yeah.
Thank you. What has been your best teaching and learning experience within martial arts?
My best teaching experience,
Mm-hmm.
which means when I teach,
Yeah.
the best of the best.
As you working with different people, different students.
My best teaching experience basically is getting better myself. See, every year I notice that I get really better at presenting the material, at knowing what works, what makes it work, what is the fine point, you know, and at knowing how to communicate with your students, because it's no good for you to be able to do it, and then a year down the line or 2 years down the line, your students are still not doing it, you know. Means there's something that's missing there. So what I love is when I see my students starting to move and do the moves and progress, then I know I'm a good teacher. And every year I have new ways better ways of presenting my stuff. And every year I see that my students, they learn, the beginners, the beginners learn faster, you know. And so I know I'm on the right path, you know. See, it's every year you see the same thing, and you have your thing organized, and it works always the same way. You're not progressing. Me, I feel like this year, for example, my first year student that started in September, they know a whole lot more than last year's student at that same, you know, in the same amount of time. They learned a lot more. That's because I'm always, and that's why I can't relax. I'm always here bubbling and thinking, you know, new ways and how to communicate, how to make it work better. This is not, you know, this is not working, so I have to find a way to make it work. To me, that's my life.
Over here, I can go over here, I can go.
It's the same pressure here. Do it.
The hands are here, and I want to go over here. I can go over here, I can go.